Harvard Uydebaron was born into a family that was more comfortable than most. But even if he and his siblings could have everything they wanted, their parents trained and disciplined them to be wise with their money. Early on, Harvard learned how to save and was particularly thrifty.
Since I was young, I was already disciplined to save. Among my brothers, I've known for this growing up, that I value savings a lot because I'd like to see money grow. I used to remember when I was in grade 3, my allowance before was only 20 pesos. But the 20 pesos can enable you to buy a meal for 12 pesos. So you can buy rice with barbecue for 12. And the 8 pesos, I would save that. So every day, I would put 5 pesos under my bed. And normally, I would ask the cashier to give me a nice one, a nice 5 peso one. So I would keep that under my bed. Early on, my father instilled in me that money is not given freely, but it's something that you have to work on. So the value of getting money was instilled right at the start.
When he started working, he became financially independent and lived within his income. But like most Filipino young adults, he chose to stay with his parents.
When I started working in 1999, I never asked anything from my parents. Even despite the fact that I was getting this much, I was still living at their house. So everything was free anyway. Free food, free electricity, free everything. The support, the learnings, the advice that they give, that was enough.
Harvard continued to be busy earning money for himself. But in 2004, something changed his perspective.
I've learned different aspects of the relationship between God and money. The Bible tells us that we should be excellent in everything that we do. And when you look into other types of faith, they tell you that being poor is okay, or being poor is something that God likes you to do. I realized that money is a tool. It shouldn't be our priority, obviously, but it is something that we should strive to gain, but not focusing on it too much. It is a tool for us to gauge our financial success, and it's a gauge also for excellence, discipline, and being a good steward also of what He has given us.
In 2008, two events taught him a lesson in a very painful way. He lost his money and got into debt. And worst of all, he was betrayed by a friend.
Someone that I trusted said that I would like to borrow this amount of money. And I said, what is it for? And she said she would like to buy something, and all I have to do is to charge it in my credit card, okay? And then he will give me the difference. So I think she borrowed around 192,000 at that time, and he said, I'll just give you 200 instead. So thinking there, oh, I make 8,000, not so bad. But 4 years after, she hasn't paid that money. At that time, when I lost that money, I actually incurred debt in the credit card because it was a money that I didn't even have at that time. And because of that, for a period of 4 months, I was in debt for the very first time.
Nawala na ang pera niya, may utang pa siya. Isang utang na hindi naman sa kanya at hindi pa natapos doon.
Another thing happened around the same time. I was able to incur enough. I was able to save after that incident, and there was a scam that hit the family. So my investment in that particular investment wiped out. Those were lowest points in terms of finances, because suddenly I realized I'm going to start from zero again. After being sad for a few days, said to myself, it's time to bounce back. It's time to learn from this and start making more. So I started saving a little bit. So the money that I make from work, I set aside right away and put it in an investment so I couldn't touch it anymore. So I would set targets. So this month I have to set aside 25,000 because I need to build the money that I lost. So having that regular investing from savings helped me grow money faster. Because not only was I saving, my investment was also growing at the same time. Since I lost my money twice, I've been more diligent about it. So I've studied it, I've learned more things about it. Learning from people borrowing money from you and scams like that helped me in having better decisions.
Harvard learned his lesson well. He is growing his money cautiously but surely. Today, he lives in his own home and is investing his time and life in the lives of young people.
I'm very active right now in reaching out to children. In 2006, I decided to put a foundation together. This is called You Happy Events. Since 2012, we put together 184 events. And this is not just me doing events myself. These are people that we've convinced through the years to go with us, work with us, serve with us with children, donate, volunteer, and participate in making better lives for children. And that's how I give back. I try to be productive as best as I can.